ask me why it's important, it just is. Renewable energy is a form of energy which is both natural and it won't run out. Non-renewable energy is the complete opposite. Non-renewable energy will run out in a foreseeable number of years. This means we all need to switch to a renewable source of energy in order to build a sustainable future. A future in which we can continue our daily activities without destroying the planet. And now I turn you over to Declan for the full report. Thanks, Declan. Non-renewable sources of energy have some advantages and disadvantages. This is true of renewable sources as well. For example, the advantages of coal energy are as follows. It is affordable because it has a very stable price. It's easy to burn and produces a lot of energy when burned. There is quite a lot of coal, and it is a very reliable source. Yet there are some grave disadvantages to the use of coal as an energy source. Coal produces large amounts of greenhouse gases that lead to global warming. It also produces harmful byproducts like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, which can lead to acid rain. And coal is non-renewable, which means that we're gonna run out of it one day, folks. Nuclear energy is another example of non-renewable energy sources. Its advantages are that it does not emit CO2, it's the most concentrated form of energy, and it produces only a small amount of waste. The disadvantages, however, are very serious. The waste is radioactive. The disposal of waste is very expensive. The decommissioning of a nuclear power plant is a very slow process, and no one has ever decommissioned one in history, actually. And a nuclear power plant can have a nuclear meltdown. They are rare, but it has happened. And now, over to Declan. And now to renewable sources of energy. We have the following exclusive interview with Declan Diaz. Hey Declan, welcome to the program. What can you tell us about renewable sources of energy like, say, hydroelectricity?
Oh, hydroelectricity. It's like so important, man. It's like lasts a long time, and it's good for the rainbows, the dolphins, and just nature.
But aren't there some really serious disadvantages? Like, it's difficult and expensive to actually make the dams, and if large areas are flooded during construction, it could cause some serious damage to the natural environment, and it can also cause geological damage during construction.
Solar! Let's talk about solar! It uses, like, energy from the sun to our homes. And it powers our homes to do stuff. It's like we're taking energy from the sun, using that as power. Which is
advantages certainly seem to outweigh the disadvantages of only gaining energy on sunny days, needing large areas of land, and needing to charge batteries that take up a lot of storage space. Um, that was very informative. Thank you for your time. Over to Declan. Okay, in conclusion, both non-renewable and renewable sources of energy have got disadvantages and advantages. Non-renewable sources of energy often give us more power in the short term, but will run out in the long term, and are more often going to damage the environment. Renewable sources of energy are often less damaging to the environment and but can be more expensive to set up, or not as efficient as some non-renewable options. This reporter feels that renewable energy is needed for a greener, cleaner, sustainable future. Good night, and I leave you with nothing. Goodbye!